If there was ever a heavyweight match, today would be that match.
Oh, most definitely.
/ day.
Yeah.
/ moment in time. Guys, I'm referring to the Schmoedown. And we, the Cinefanatics, Chris Adams,
Robert Adams,
are here to react to it.
So, way back in the Free-for-All 2 this past spring, I believe, if I remember correctly, that is when we got introduced to Ethan Erwin.
That is one of his earlier matches. His first match was against Machado.
That's right. So, he came into the Free-for-All and was pretty much for a while there neck and neck with Bibiani as far as staying at that table.
Yeah.
He definitely proved himself. He's a major competitor. And I remember back then watching that, sitting there thinking like, man, he would be interesting to see go up against Dan Murrell.
Yeah, I remember us talking about that at some point. He's one of those that we've considered a future champion. I think just like when Bibiani debuted in the Schmoedown, people considered him a future champion, and lo and behold, he was a champion.
In the future.
I think the same is being said about Ethan. It's only a matter of time before Ethan has a belt over his shoulder too. Whether it is during this singles tournament or in the future, next season.
Yeah.
Who knows? He's got to go through Dan Murrell in order to get there, though.
And that is not going to be an easy task. But for us, for y'all, for everyone around the world, this is going to be a great match.
The people in China are chomping at the bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So...
It's all over the world.
I don't know who's going to win this one.
No. Honestly, in matches past, I dug deep to try to figure out maybe someone who I think might have a slight advantage, someone who I think, there's just something about them that they're going to win the match. And I cannot do that for this match.
Typically, I would think I would side with Dan on almost all the matches, but Ethan brings enough knowledge. I don't honestly know right now.
I mean, you look at it, Dan's played the game. He's been a part of the Schmoedown for a long time. Take his retirement period out of it. He's been a part of the Schmoedown for a while. He knows how the game is played.
Yep.
Ethan, though debuting this year,
is
a producer.
Has already shown enough to make a worthy competition against Dan.
He's a producer. He knows his stuff. He knows movies. He's produced a lot of them. It's hard for them to ask him questions about movies that he didn't produce.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot between the two of them. Both knowledge and... they both know how to play the game by this point, too. I don't know how to pick a winner here. And I don't think I can. And so that's why it's very difficult to even make a bracket for this singles tournament. Because if you're coming down to a Dan and an Ethan going head-to-head...
Who knows?
I have no idea how it's going to happen. I just imagine it's one of those crazy sci-fi things where something powerful is here and something powerful is here and they just fly together. There's just a big giant explosion or something like that. That might be more like anime than sci-fi. I don't know.
Possibly.
I don't watch anime. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be... There's a good chance, just based on the players in this match, it could be match of the year. I say that without seeing it.
And we've said that about so many matches so far, but yeah.
But I mean, the players involved could make this match of the year just in names alone. So we will see what's going to happen probably right now.
Mike, what do you want? I've already talked to Christian. We're gonna have the match thing. It's fine.
Oh, this guy.
What are you doing here?
Paulie G, attorney at law.
Okay.
Paulie G.
Probably want to shake my hand, Mr. Williams.
All right. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine, believe me.
Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable. What do you
That it's not about what I want. It's about what I've accomplished. Revolution. Changing the energy.
Why?
Corruption.
Why have you been?
Kalinowski.
Why are you making Mike terrorize me? What did I do?
When a pit bull needs to eat, you let him eat. And let me tell you, he's been a fun pit bull. Fun to watch you squirm. But let me tell you something. It gets better. You can put this past year behind you. If you go into this tournament and you win, everything can go away. The letters, all the worry, it'll be gone.
I just have to. That's all I have to do. I just have to.
All you have to do is win.
Good luck.
But if you lose, all of this will come crashing down. And it'll be kind of fun to see. It's up to you.
You know, Paulie, just to be clear, I don't like you.
No one does. I'm a lawyer.
Nobody knows who you are.
I know who that is. Paulie G.
Paulie G, attorney at law.
Duh.
I hear Paulie, like someone named Paulie though, and I'm thinking Paulie Shores, like,
Oh, I was thinking like, is it Paulie D?
oh, Paulie D from
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore, yeah. He's a DJ now.
DJ Paulie D?
Yeah. I saw him live.
I'm not surprised.
That he's a DJ or that I saw him live.
Yes.
What a battle we're in for. Ethan Erwin. Remember that name? Ethan Erwin, I believe, could be a potential champion. He could be the next Murrell. I might even.
I feel like Christian's rarely wrong.
I mean, he's got those type of skills. Before Mara Kanopik came around, was a shoo-in for Rookie of the Year. Now, Ethan won 3 straight matches. He won 3 straight. Looked like he was going to get that title shot, but then he ran into the Android. The Android took him out of commission, and now Ethan is back in his first singles match since that loss to the Android. And how is he going to handle that loss?
What late singer did Brad Pitt's character idolize in the movie Johnny
Ooh, that was a rough question.
And your winner, advancing to the next round, Ethan Big Time Erwin.
I have to go through Murrell, if I have to go through Roca, it's fine. I want that belt. I'm coming for it. I'll see you guys in New York.
Deanna had a rough start. Corruption has advanced to the next round. He's recovered on the loss here, but he is determined. He wants to play for the belt. And if he did so, he would be playing against his fellow horseman, John Murrell.
Never played in the Schmoedown singles tournament before. I'm used to being the guy waiting for the person that's going to come out of the tournament. So this is a new experience for me, but the result's going to be the same. I'm going to be playing for that. And if I have to go through this guy, I love this guy. He's my teammate. He's a fellow horseman. If I get to the end of this tournament, all bets are off.
And your winner, by way of knockout,
Jeez.
I mean, Ethan Erwin followed me into retirement. I was retired and people were trying to scare me with Ethan Erwin. He is a beast. Anyone beating him, that is quite a task.
This is like a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like, I get spectacular in Collision, but this match by itself could be a pay-per-view match.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who runs or decides what these matches should be, but setting up some of these to be a pay-per-view match potentially in the future would be a great idea.
I have nothing to add to that.
Welcome back to the movie trivia Schmoedown. It is the semifinals of
there's
the
some spectacular
Ultimate
posters
Schmoedown,
back there,
and
huh?
This could be an absolute. This could be a title match. This could be a main event anywhere. What a semifinals match we have today. I'm Christian Harlow.
I'm Mark Elson. You're right. I would pay for a concert ticket to see these two gentlemen do anything. Sing, dance, and if you say movie trivia, Christian, well, that's actually the only thing of those three that they're probably good at.
Well, who are we talking about? We're talking about the rookie sensation, Ethan Big Time Erwin, who is 4-1 this year, got himself a victory over another rookie, Chance Ellison.
Those famous people.
In a battle, an absolute battle in that first round. But Ethan has been on a tear this season, and this is just, yet again, his quest to become the first rookie to win a championship. But in order to do that, he's got to play someone who is...
It kind of looks like Mara's trying to eat the belt that she's holding.
I heard it's tasty.
In Dangerous Dan Murrell.
He reviews movies that feature famous people.
Oh, I love that.
Dangerous Dan
This is like, let's go.
He just runs and slams the belt down like we're going.
He's a legend. He's a
That was when Sam
immediately challenged him
after he won the belt off Christian.
Yeah.
He's on the Mount Rushmore, and now he faces. It's hard to say for Dan Murrell this might be his boldest test yet because he's faced so many greats over the years. Two people on the table, just a few of them. But if you look at Ethan Erwin, a rookie of the year when he comes in, you said 4-1. Dan Murrell facing somebody like this.
Right.
It's a different kind of opponent than maybe Murrell is used to seeing. Doesn't come in with a whole lot of fanfare. He has some little jokes under the cuff, but it's not the big bombast of a Roca.
No, and I think that's why Jay Washington has entered the fray, because their relationship is hysterical, because Jay is
buddy cop. Yeah.
Jay last week was full of insults with everybody that was in the post interviews, and Ethan's like, please don't do that, because that's not what I do. But they have now seen
Please stop.
together.
Please
and
stop.
They talked a lot, and there's a lot of talk there with the Horsemen. There's a lot of talk with Ethan and Jay, and here you go.
I had a great game in round one, but you know what? That game doesn't count for anything right now because that score resets to 0.
Right.
It's round 2, and it's time to get it done. There's a long road ahead of me. I can't look forward, and I sure as hell can't look backwards.
The first rookie to hold the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Singles Championship. You're looking at him, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
I'm really flattered.
Nice
People
little-
saying, "Oh,
nice
Dan
little
Murrell's back."
smooth
Dan
do there
Murrell's
on
back
Ethan.
after the last game.
Yeah.
I was very happy with my performance, but I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go anywhere. I'm the same person that I was 2 games ago, 2 years ago. It all comes down to the questions. Do you know the questions? Do you not know the questions? All I can do is put myself in the best position to answer the questions that I'm given, and put my opponent in the worst position to answer the questions that they're given, and that's what I'm here to do today.
Damn right. I'm just excited to be able to play against Dan. I've heard about him from the beginning of this season, and I'm really, frankly, just excited to sit at a table with him. And yeah, I do think it helps that beating Chance and just knowing what I know. I think I think I stand a pretty decent. I don't use the word chance again, but chance.
I've heard a lot about Ethan Erwin. He emerged after I retired, and I heard people saying, "Oh, he's the new Dan Murrell. He's the new Dan Murrell." First of all, I don't see any championship belts on his shoulder yet.
No.
He's got to go through me, and he's got to go through this guy if he wants that belt on his shoulder.
When I beat you, I want you to know I'm actually doing you a favor. It is so you don't have to play against Roca, one of the Horsemen, one of your fellow teammates. I am trying to keep you from any division or discord that might occur. So I just want you to know right now, no hard feelings.
Ethan Erwin,
So nice of
people
him.
have been wanting this match. People have been requesting this match.
He's a fair guy.
People have been saying that you're going to take me down, that I don't stand a chance against you in this match. I don't care who the favorite is. I don't care who the crowd favorite is.
Is there a
All
favorite?
I care about is putting my knowledge against your knowledge.
Dan's got the
One of the best
long
men
running
ever.
factor to him, but
I like them both.
This is a big time thing, a big time match,
both
a
good.
big time player, and it's about to be a big time win. Dan Murrell, I respect you. I respect what you've done. I don't get why you have the two of them with you, but whatever. I respect you, but respect the fact you're about to lose.
And there's only 2 things you can do about it.
Dan is on
Yeah.
a quest to play John
Just
Rogan
two.
for the title. They're very respectful to
Like,
one another. They
okay.
want to play in that third
I'll have a
match.
falafel
whether it's,
sandwich.
hopefully that's spectacular.
And I'll go on a
Ethan,
walkabout.
once again, making it clear he wants the championship. He wants to play. He wants to win it. That's why Ethan is here to play. But Ethan's been calling Dan out.
We
for a
recommend
while.
the Oasis,
And now
not a paid
it's on,
sponsor,
and is it gonna
but
be
it's a nice
something
restaurant here in
that's
Austin, Texas.
or be careful what you wish for.
Beautiful
so
sunset.
many times with matches like this where it feels
Over the
pretty
lake.
even, we say it's going to be determined by what the wheel hits in
Give us
round
money.
two. I don't think that's the case because they have such a wealth of knowledge in a variety of categories. This is going to come down to a 5-point question, and it's going to go one way or the other. But I see this match definitely going the distance. What are some of the strengths of each competitor?
Well, there's the tail of the tape. Ethan Erwin, who has Clint Eastwood.
Any
movies,
Matrix
with
questions?
strength on that.
And Scott Eastwood.
Action movies.
Yeah.
Any questions about the Matrix? That's also a big strength. And then you got Dangerous Dan Murrell, Spielberg.
Having
movies,
shirts about Dan Murrell.
and wearing shirts that not necessarily for his namesake, like Danger Mouse. I'm going to ruin that. I'm going to ruin the reveal.
Okay.
I just ruined a reveal.
All right.
All right.
Boy, what an exhilarating tale to take that.
I thought so. It's early. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Christian's having a good day, clearly.
Now I'm asking you.
First. Cool.
And you?
All the reactors, good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're fine. Thanks for asking.
Appreciate it.
On your couch.
All right.
Yeah,
Late
it's
to the party. Here we go. Ladies and
Cushiony.
gentlemen,
pretty
it's
nice.
time for
We're not late to the party.
we're not late to the party, but we'll respond because
I like them. They're good.
Good crowd here now.
I like it.
I'll speak for them. They're great.
Introducing first, led to the ring by his manager, the Urban Gladiator, Jay Washington, with a record of 4 wins, 1 defeat, and 1
goes like this.
knockout. Give it up
Turtle. I don't even know if I'm pointing at the letters, but
I think you're right.
There's Jay. And Jay now, Jay has a new leaf. He seems very, Jay has a new leaf because Ethan told him, you want to be on my side. Yeah, look at Ethan, look at Jay with all the love now. Look at him see Jay Washington so happy.
48-hour style relationship we have.
Yeah, maybe this is working with Jay Washington. A new leaf is
He just is nothing but smiles.
Yeah.
Ethan Erwin looking very confident here. He had a farmer's record.
he doesn't want to lose his meal ticket is what it is. And his opponent, representing the 5 Horsemen, with a record of 8 wins, 3 defeats, and 5 knockouts. He is the former
Unrelated gag.
movie trivia Schmoedown champion.
they don't actually spell out the name of the shark in the song.
Oh no, that's
Dangerous Dan Murrell. There's a horseman. There's the champ.
Yeah.
the name of the shark would be Bruce.
Yeah. Okay.
You were not lying with your terrific attempted foreshadowing during the tail of the tape. Here they come, everybody.
Oh, hey, look, Dan's here.
In the horsemen, and Dan just gives a brief look over to Jay and Ethan Erwin.
Yeah.
Riley shaking Ethan Erwin's hand. Will Roca follow suit and show some sportsmanship?
He did.
He certainly does. He's
Oh, he didn't give it to Jay because he doesn't.
Nice.
Give it.
And Jay, wow.
Dan does it because that's who Dan
Dan's
is.
just too classy to
Yeah, that's who Dan is.
Just too classy.
Yeah, Dan was ready to throw Jay out
Jay
of the window
Washington
last
getting
week.
a little more screen time than any manager has ever before.
Now, Tom Dagnino still works here. That our competitors have hit the table. The semifinals are about to begin.
Give us the round 1 rules.
How to rule. The rules number 1 work. I
All
got it.
right, ladies and gentlemen. Hell of an effort by Christian. It is early. The winner of this match will receive a $10 gift card to Cracker Barrel. Earl, Erwin, Christian, I've done my job. I think it's time to start the match.
Dan Murrell, you ready to go?
Let's do this.
Ethan.
Closing.
Then let's get
Why is
ready
we closing?
to Schmoedown.
Sometimes me a question while I'm drinking water.
That was kind of a liquidy answer to
The
that.
realm of action adventure.
Well,
Which action film has the characters by the name of Hannibal, Face, B.A., and Murdoch?
Good warm-up for us here on the desk.
That's good.
Just to make sure we knew how to ask questions correctly.
This movie was largely panned, but I'm a fan of it.
I didn't like it.
I loved it.
The 18.
Yes, sir, Ethan.
The 18.
1-1.
18.
18.
Pity the
I
fool
don't know
that
if
did not get
we need
that
to count
question
the
correctly.
V or
Your
not.
next is from the world of crime movies. These are crime movies. Members of a gang wear red leather vests as their key identifying clothing in what 1979 crime film?
Oh,
Was that 79?
Did you like 5?
Ooh, it's a shot in the dark.
3, 2,
No sequel.
no, 1. Pens down. Ethan.
The Warriors.
Yes, sir. Dan.
I didn't know it. I just put Main Streets.
Didn't have it. Okay, so
Warriors.
Warriors.
Good job.
First lead.
Okay, next question.
See, that time I did put the
Jaws. Which 1940 John Ford film starring Henry Fonda follows a poor Midwest family traveling to California after being forced off their land during the Great Depression?
That sounds like the way I moved out to California. My dream of stand-up comedy.
I like you very much. You're a nice person.
Feels like you're setting me up.
I was talking to 5.
It's gonna be one I recognize. I know it.
3, 2, 1. Dan Murrell.
The Grapes of Wrath.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Grapes of Wrath.
Yep.
That movie.
That name didn't come to my head, but I knew it was gonna be a name.
I was like, I know it's based off a book.
Yeah.
And your question is, in Fatal Attraction, the Christian Harloff story. Sorry, I read that wrong. In Fatal Attraction, what does Alex boil in the pot on the stove? This movie scared a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't
5,
have
4 affairs.
extramarital affairs.
3, right.
Affairs
2,
are fine.
1.
No clue.
Marital?
Pens down. Ethan.
A rabbit.
Yes.
No.
It was a bunny boiler.
Oh,
Got it. Okay.
pasta.
4-3.
Sorry, we can't accept
Same
money,
thing.
only rabbit.
I can't say funny only
That's
rabbit.
the point. Ethan is on. It is still
What is
one
rabbit?
point
Ugh.
in favor
Then
of
close
Ethan
is
Erwin.
crazy.
We should always do this at 9
I
a.m.
know, right? 9
This
a.m.
is
is the
solid,
best time
solid
for
gold.
this.
Fantasy sci-fi is the next category. Who plays Zeus in 2010's Clash of the Titans? I thought I was going to say Die Hard 3.
What is it? Die Hard. Oh, right.
I don't know.
5.
Hey, Zeus. I'm not. Hey, Zeus. It's Zeus.
Dan Murrell.
Liam Neeson?
Yes, it is.
Do I look
Ethan.
Puerto Rican to you?
Liam Neeson.
4, 5.
I believe Zeus has a particular set of skills.
Liam Neeson.
Oh, I was about to erase it. Liam Neeson.
5 points is not missing.
His particular set of skills includes releasing the Kraken.
All right, next question comes from a world of comedies. Reactors at home, do the laugh for me. Who played con artists Lawrence Jameson and Freddie Benson in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? Just need the name of the two performers. Don't need to necessarily assign it to
5,
the character.
4. They got it. 3, 2, 1. Ethan Erwin.
Michael Caine and Steve Martin.
Yes, it is. Dan.
Steve Martin and Michael Caine.
Steve Martin and Michael Caine.
Ethan still has
Steve
not
Martin-
missed
no, I
it.
didn't
To
get
our
it.
next question. Comic book movies. Who plays Scott Pilgrim's sister, Stacy, in the graphic novel based Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
A lot of S sounds in that question.
Yeah.
Who plays Scott Pilgrim's sister?
I believe she is referred to
3, 2,
as the
1.
internet's girlfriend.
Aubrey Plaza?
It's incorrect.
Nope.
Ethan.
I had the same incorrect answer.
Anna Kendrick. Anna Kendrick.
Losers, get off the desk.
Anna Kendrick. Or Anna Kendrick. Okay, but Ethan loses his
I
first
love
round.
that
There's
movie.
1
That is a
point
great movie.
lead there, 6-5. And our last question.
Woo!
It is from the world of animated movies. Movies drawn by hand or on a computer. And this question, what 2009 animated film based on a popular manga series about a young robot features the voices of Freddie Highmore and Nicolas Cage?
About a young robot.
Looking for
I've got a fair amount of Freddie Highmore tribute.
An animated film.
5,
No idea who
I can't remember.
Sure he's this guy. Sure he's
2.
Repeat the question.
Sure.
I can do that. What 2009 animated film based on a popular manga series about a young robot features the voices of Freddie Highmore and Nicolas Cage? Yes, I know what I'm saying is that if Freddie's watching, I'd
5,
love to.
4,
No.
3,
Ah.
2, 1. Ethan Erwin.
Astro Boy.
That is it.
That's what I was trying to write.
Didn't have it. So Ethan goes up.
I couldn't get like Akira, and I was like, they didn't do Akira
I
in
got it.
2009.
I got it too late to be able to write it
Down
out.
by 2. Still easy to catch up here, depending on what happens in this wheel round.
That's
Mark,
6.
What is the rules?
That's
Beating
right, the dastardly
Dan Murrell right now.
Plaza, the only thing keeping
I'm not.
Ethan Erwin
I
from
got
a
4.
perfect round 1. In round number 2, it is you will have first spin if you want to at the wheel, and this is a Patreon affiliated wheel because the slice that is sponsored is musicals.
All right, Ethan,
Thank you for modeling the wheel for us.
Yes.
And the wedge, Ethan. It is musicals. If Ethan hits musicals or Dan hits musicals, we will shout out the Patreon winner. Check out the movie trivia Schmoedown Patreon today.
Ethan, please spin from the wheel, not the peg. Thank you, sir. And here we go.
I think
Spin.
Ethan's
possibly
Some
going
Cougar.
to maybe take
I don't
over
know.
for Vanna White if
Can't
she
tell.
retires because he was really good at showing the wheel to the folks at home.
Ethan looks confident right now.
That's
Ethan
right.
looks pretty confident. Looks
Ethan
calm.
looks nice. I believe that shirt is Brooks Brothers.
And
It's dramas. Does
He's
Ethan
probably gonna
like
take it.
dramas, or do you want to
or is
spin
he
something else?
shooting for something else?
He's weighing it like Lady Justice.
What's he looking at?
He's got most of those, right?
What's, he's going to go for
He's
drama.
going to go for dramas.
I think the only thing he doesn't want to spend is Disney films, right?
Could hit it.
Possibly.
Ethan has been lights out in round 2.
All right, Ethan. In the world of dramas, you're going to have 4 questions.
Great.
Your first one is, what famed screenwriter co-wrote the screenplay for 2011's Moneyball alongside Steven Zalian?
Who did that?
Aaron Sorkin.
2 points.
Oh, that's right.
Wow. Yeah, that's
All
yep.
right.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
Jay Washington's delight. Your next question. In Field of Dreams, which Hall of Fame baseball player was told to stick it by Shoeless Joe and the others because they couldn't stand him when he was alive?
Babe Ruth.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Babe Ruth, B, Mickey Mantle, C, Ty Cobb, or D, Rogers Hornsby?
Mickey Mantle. Just to be different.
C is correct.
Ty Cobb. I was like, there's like 3 of them. A, B, and C. I would
Creepy Ray
be
Liotta laugh.
would be a legitimate guess. I would say.
3 points so far in this round, Ethan. You didn't need multiple choice for that one. Your penultimate question in round number 2 in the world of dramas. Who plays the lead Mac Phillips in the 2017 Christian drama The Shack?
Joel Egerton.
Sam Worthington.
Oh, Sam Worthington. Yeah, dang it.
That's how big of a
They're
coincidence I
interchangeable
said
in my
Ethan Erwin is.
eyes.
He remembered it. All right, 2 points for that one. And your last question, Ethan. In the film Witness, what does Eli see Rachel and John doing in the barn that might cause her to be shunned?
I think I know, but I don't know if I want to say it.
Is it A, kissing, B, singing, C, drinking, or D, dancing?
Let's go with dancing for fun.
D.
They were dancing in the barn, and that is not cool.
I knew that.
Some corners of the Amish community.
Ethan gets himself an 8-point lead here over Dangerous Dan Murrell. Had to go to multiple choice twice, but gets himself 6 points. And now
Dan can catch up here.
That's right. Dan's going to go spin now, Christian. He needs a perfect round 2 in order to tie Ethan, but like we said at the top of the show, there's 3 rounds here, and it's you want to be within that 5-point range in case Ethan trips up somewhere in round 3.
Dan was having a rough start with the wheel this season, but against Stacey Howard, it was nice to him, and he was lights out in that last match.
You're
But
going to see if
one
you're
away.
Dan Murrell. You know you're familiar
Uh-oh.
with this house.
Look at this.
Uh-oh.
Spinner's choice. Spinner's
Got it.
choice.
Nice.
Spinner's choice. The wheel is starting to come back.
Nice to him.
Does he want to go with the 2000s?
What's he
that
looking
he's
at?
familiar with?
What's
Does he
he
want to go
looking
with
at?
Disney films?
That is a
Maybe
good
video
position to
games?
be in too.
We're gonna see.
Very helpful.
He's thinking.
Gonna need an answer here.
Consider.
Guys, it's 9 a.m. Just give him a second.
Oscar movies it is.
Ooh.
All right, I got you. Dan Murrell.
It's the Sad Williams son.
Oscar
Ooh.
movies. Oscar movies.
Could have been a bad choice.
All right.
Movies that have won Oscars, Suicide Squad is in play.
Thanks for reminding us of that.
Did Jack Nicholson receive his first Oscar nomination?
One Flew Over the
for Best
Cuckoo's
Actor?
Nest.
Best actor.
5, 4,
Yeah.
3, 2.
Chinatown.
It's incorrect for this deal.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
It's incorrect. 5 easy pieces.
Oh,
Five
okay.
easy pieces.
Yes. All right. Here's next question. Here you go. How many Oscars has Emma Stone been nominated for?
3
3
Multiple choice.
A, 2.
numbers.
B,
Here's a
1,
handful of numbers.
C, 3. D, 5.
I'm guessing 3. Help, La La Land.
2 is correct for 1 point.
Or Help
I was
and
right.
La La Land.
I was right too.
Let the steal go to Ethan at this point of the game.
Question 3. Who was the first African American performer to win an Academy Award?
What's her face? Dorothy Dandridge.
Hattie McDaniel.
2 points.
Oh,
That's correct.
okay.
You were close.
From 1939,
Probably.
Gone with the Wind.
All right. What was your final question? What was the first hip hop / rap song to win Best
Lose
Original
Yourself.
Song at the Oscars?
feel like he knows this.
Yeah.
5, 4,
I'm
3.
just not sure.
Lose yourself.
That
Yep.
is correct.
I said there's only been 2. Lose yourself and it's hard out here for a pimp or something like that.
Yeah. Within 3. It's within 3
Hustle
points
and
as we
Flow.
get into the third round. And still, there was a deficit, a big deficit there. It is only a 3-point deficit now. Anything can happen as we get into round 3.
That's right. Round number 3. Dan Murrell correctly guessing that Lose Yourself was by Sir Mix-a-Lot. In round number 3, take your numbers first.
12, 2, and 3.
12, 2, and 3 for Big Time and Dangerous Dan.
1, 8, and 16.
1, 8, and 16 for the former 2-time champ. As we start with Dangerous Dan Murrell, who will try to avoid a TKO here. He has 2 JTEs left and 1 challenge remaining. All right, Dan, you chose category number 1 for your first category. That's the realm of romance.
Uh-oh.
Which funny man took a dramatic turn as a troubled salesman
Adam
during
Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
in Punch Drunk Love?
Adam Sandler.
For 2 points. That's correct.
You gotta love when they call comedians funny men.
Yep, all right, that eliminates this now. He's going to try to take the lead over Ethan, forcing Ethan to start to hit some questions. Dan, category 8 is what you chose for your second category here. It's Westerns. It's Westerns.
Uh-oh.
Who played Dirty Steve in 1988's Young Guns?
Emilio Estevez.
And it's pick 'em at this point. Who looks like a Dirty Steve?
5.
Let's go with Emilio Estevez.
Looking for Dermot Maroney. Dermot Maroney. Okay, so now Dan.
I mean, I guess Emilio Estevez also is
If he
something.
hits 5, if he hits his 5, it bounces back to Erwin. However, if he misses, Ethan will advance via TKO and play the winner of Andraco and Clark, and Dan will have to play the loser of that match. Here we go. All right, Dan, 16 was what you chose to force it back to Ethan. Directors. Here you go. Who directed 2012's The Bourne Legacy, starring Jeremy Renner?
It wasn't Doug Lyman, was it?
Five, 4, 3,
Ooh.
2,
Yeah, repeat.
1. Okay, here's number 2. Who directed 2012?
This is his 5th.
Bourne
Oh,
Legacy.
yeah, 5-point
starring
question.
Jeremy Renner.
Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay. Congratulations, Ethan. Paul Greengrass.
And your winner, by way of technical
Wow.
knockout, Ethan
Wow.
Erwin. The answer was Tony Gilroy. Tony Gilroy was the answer. So
Gilroy tough, 5 points.
that was tough. That was tough.
That's that's a hard pull.
It just went Ethan's way, but Dan Murrell is not out.
That's not one of those names you hear all the time.
Clark or Andraco, depending on who loses that match, for a chance to get the #1 contender match at the Schmoedown Spectacular. And Ethan Erwin will now face the winner
Interesting.
of said matchup between Andraco and Clark Wolf. But Ethan Erwin now stands high at 5-1 with 2 knockouts
Wow.
here. And he is
There you
going
go.
to be talking to Roxy Stryer, as will Dan Murrell. Let's get to that right now.
Hey guys, I'm Roxy Stryer, and we are back with your winner, Ethan Erwin, defeating the 2-time champion. You've got to be feeling really good right now.
I don't even know what I feel. It is a roiling
Good Jay.
cauldron of emotion. Because look, he is incredible, that guy. And so to be able to do this, look, again, I'm going to say half it has to do with the fact that we did this at 9 a.m. you guys. So that's definitely, that played a part. But yeah, no, I feel great. Look, to be able to take on the best is incredibly exciting for me.
Even more excited than you, I would say, is Jay Washington over here, who's actually doing a little jig. You seem pretty happy.
First of all, give it out to God who's the head of my life, the pastor, my mama, my agent, and everybody. I want to thank God and heaven and Christian Hollow and Ethan Erwin. He is amazing. He beat an amazing opponent in Dan Murrell. He is a phenomenal opponent who had 2 great competitors along his side, in John Roca and Mark Riley. And look, Ethan in basking in his glory. We're in the winner's circle. This is beautiful. We're going to the spectacular. Hallelujah. Yes, Lord.
All very
His
nice
voice started
things
doing
to
like
say about
Aha's
you.
Take on Me.
Listen, I feel like
Take
everybody,
on
Ethan has brought out the best in me. You get it? You see this
little talk since the last time, and I think we understand each other about. Yeah, no, and it's great.
So much nicer to everybody.
Okay. You were playing from a winning stance the entire game. You were never down. Was there any point you were a little nervous?
Only really right at the end. You know, I mean, he got some tough questions, but look, I've seen him pull it out before, so it was I had a bit of a lead, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be enough.
If you had to pick, who would you rather play now, Andrejko or Clark?
Look,
Clark and Draco.
I said this in the pre-interview.
He's
Clark
already
is terrifying.
played Draco
The depth
and lost.
and
Yeah.
breadth of her knowledge is it's stultifying. I really don't want to have to face her. And frankly, I'd like to go up against Andrejko as a little bit of a rematch, a little bit of payback, a little bit of redemption.
But either way it goes, it's going to be a beautiful competition, a fair and square and honest competitive competition between two amazing competitors. It will be beautiful. It will be lights and angels and flowers and everything that Christian Harloff has wanted this league to become. So nice, and there will be handshakes, Roxy.
Thank you for that, Jay.
Yes.
Thank you. No matter what, you are going to the spectacular now. So
I'm excited.
that must be something that you've been dreaming of. What does that mean to you that you'll be there?
It's great. I mean, again, to be in the presence of all those incredible competitors, to be able to do this in front of everybody. I've only been doing this for a season, but I've been watching for years. So yeah, to actually be able to be a part of it, I couldn't be happier.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
To you too, Jay.
Thank you so much.
The real winner here today, guys. Am I right?
Are we gonna? You want to shake my hand?
He wants to shake your hand.
Let's do this. We did it.
Hey guys, Roxy Stryer here, and I'm standing with Dan Murrell and some of his horsemen. Dan, obviously not the way you wanted this one to go, but you fought very hard. Talk to me about the choice to pick Oscars, because you had a lot of strengths on that wheel, and you had spinner's choice.
It was between a couple of ones, and Oscars in retrospect, maybe that wasn't the best pick for me. I also tactically, I was playing from behind. Jack Nicholson question. If the score were different, I think I might have gone to multiple choice. I was fairly sure of that answer. At least I thought there's a good chance that was right, so I took the chance and guessed. Turns out that was not the right case. Ethan got those points, and that really kind of wrote the book on the game. But it's not just answering questions. Sometimes you got to look at the score. You got to take some risks, and I took a bit of a risk on that category. I took a bit of a risk in some of my choices, and they didn't quite pay off. But that's the game. Sometimes you risk. Sometimes those risks pay off. Sometimes they don't.
That's what the people like about you. You are a risk taker, and you're not out of this yet, because whoever loses between Andrejko and Clark, you get to play for a chance to be the #1 contender. So who would you actually rather play in that?
That's a pick 'em for me. Neither one of those competitors are one that I think anybody would like to be sitting on the other side of the table with. You've got a team champion in Clark who has done a lot of great things in singles. I played her once. That was a long time ago. I was a different player. She was a different player. I would not look at records as far as Clark goes. And then Mark Andrejko, that's a guy that has played for the title. That the last time I sat at the table with Mark Andrejko, he was waving bye-bye to me and 3 of the other people that a lot of people say are among the best to play this game. So there's not a good choice among those. I just have to wait for that game to play out and see what it's going to be.
Who would you guys rather see Dan play?
Whoever Dan plays, Dan's going to come prepared and he's going to be great. Look, he's a horseman. He knows what's up. He's brought it before. He's a 2-time champion. Anybody who doubts him is crazy. This was a tough game. Ethan Erwin is a fantastic player. It's no shame in this loss. It went toe-to-toe. Just didn't work out today. Whoever he plays, it'll be a great match.
I echo that. This is the game. You played a hell of a one, man. You played a hell of a game, and now you got another opponent coming up. It's anybody's game.
I feel bad for Jay Washington. What's it like to put together a stable, have them all lose, then get handed an actual good player, and then try to take credit for it? That's a sad, sad thing. You see what I'm saying? I put my stable together. Who's in the finals right here for the tag team? Who's the champion? Me. Who's going to be back in the #1 contender spot? This man right here. I put a stable together that works.
I think he's laughing straight to the bank right now, though.
What bank is that?
The Schmoedown bank.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about?
Overdrawn on the Schmoedown bank, let me tell you.
Ooh. What do you guys think about Erwin's shots now? Do you think that he has a chance of taking this all the way?
I mean, listen, this guy's a great player, but I was sitting across the table from him. I was not sitting there answering in my head a lot of the questions that he got, going like, oh, I would have gotten that. He was answering a lot of stuff that I didn't know. Obviously, he answered a lot more stuff that I didn't know when the points mattered. So I think if Ethan makes it to play this guy, John, I'll always be in your corner. and I think you know this, you're going to have your hands full.
Yeah. Well, listen. 9 a.m., 4 a.m., 2 p.m., 1 p.m., 6 o'clock. I don't give a crap what time it is, Ethan. You better bring it, because I'm sure going to be awake for it. So I don't care what crap you're talking. I don't care if Jay Washington in your corner handle your business in the final. Then we'll see what you got, big man. I've seen many challengers come and many challengers go. But this is a two-time champion you're talking to. So get ready.
I want to thank John for letting me be in his post-game interview. So that's really nice.
Dan, great job today, though. You are a two-time champion as well.
My season's not over.
And that is true.
My season's not over. If I don't get to play for the belt this year, that's fine. I still have another shot to play for it next season. That's what I'm ready for. I got to prep for a terrific opponent. I still have a chance. Season's not done, and I'm still ready to play.
How can you not love Dan Murrell? Am I right?
Right. Hey, very small time.
Thank you so much, Dan, and the rest of the horsemen.
All right, as we obviously look, Dan was a little upset there, but too he said, look, it just didn't go his way. He's ready to play again, and so is Ethan. Ethan is ready to go, and Jay Washington still playing this character. I'm gonna say character of nice person.
Yeah, I mean, look, I give all the credit to Jay Washington because did Ethan know some questions? Sure. This is really Jay Washington's match, and he won. In my opinion, Ethan is just kind of a hanger-on to the great managerial skills of Jay Washington.
That's what it is. Ethan or Jay Washington is riding high right now because he got himself like I said before, he's got a meal ticket and he got himself right into the finals because it is guaranteed now. It is guaranteed that Ethan will be in the Schmoedown Spectacular because if he wins the whole tournament against either Clark or Andreyko, he plays Roca for the championship.
Right.
But if he loses, then he will automatically be in the #1 contender match. So now the question is between the three remaining contenders here, between Dan Murrell, Andreyko, and Wolf, who will be in the title match or who will be in the #1 contender match? We will find out very, very soon as this thing wraps up.
Yeah, and we're going to know. Hopefully, Ethan's schedule is free to compete at the Schmoedown Spectacular. He's got a lot of famous people in that Blackberry of his, so we'll see if he can wrangle a few hours to come in and join us back here at the studio. And you can wrangle up as much free time as you want to watch the movie Trivia Schmoedown ad nauseum. Hey, accentuate it by joining the Patreon, the movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. Check out which tier is right for you today. Also, check out the Schmoedown Rundown, wherever you get your podcast. And
some good matches on there. If you haven't done it, you should do it.
And also remember, get your tickets on schmoedownlive.com for January 26th in New York.
Probably
the
not.
Premiere. Whoever the champion is
sold
at
out.
the end of the Spectacular, they will be playing whoever wins the #1 contender match at the Spectacular, and that's your main event. Make sure you check it out. Like Mark said, check out the Schmoedown Rundown, the Facebook group. Do all of it and join Patreon today. Thank you for all of you guys who helped fund this thing in the first place. For Mark Ellis, myself, Ethan Erwin, Dan Murrell, and the whole damn crew, thank you, and we'll see you next time.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and it is time for
Okay.
Hey, that went... I was going to say exactly the way I thought, but it didn't pick a winner.
I mean, I was thinking it could either go Dan winning or Ethan winning. So, I mean, I wasn't disappointed. It definitely went one of the ways I thought it was going to go.
Hey, you really took a risk there picking one of those two outcomes.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I mean, this just proves that Ethan is a powerhouse in the game. I mean, everyone, again, like he said, everyone was calling him the next Dan Murrell. Well, now he's beaten Dan Murrell. This is a match we've wanted to see since Ethan showed up.
Yep.
Now we see Ethan can't compete with Dan Murrell.
Yep. So now the next fight is between Clark Wolf and Mark Andreyko, and then Ethan Erwin takes on whoever that winner is at the finals at the Spectacular.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I mean, Andreyko versus Wolf, so you got 5 club members going at it in the next match. That'll be a good one too.
And yeah, Ethan Erwin versus Clark Wolf would be a good match. Ethan Erwin versus Andreyko rematch would be good as well.
Erwin and Andreyko too.
Yeah, so that could go any number of ways. That's still going to be fun and interesting to watch.
And then, potential where you got Dan versus Clark Wolf or Dan versus Andreyko. #1 contenders.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
Yep.
I just confused myself as to how the #1 contenders thing works.
Yeah.
I know they literally just said it, but I'm already thrown off.
I know.
Either way, we're going to see some good matches
I'm
later
just
on.
going to watch the matches and enjoy them as they go. You tell me who's playing and I'll watch it.
We're going to see some dang good matches later on, especially in the Spectacular. Like, they're really building up the Spectacular. It's got some good stuff. So.
Yep.
Speaking of good stuff, we have good stuff here on the Cinefanatics channel. See how I did that?
We do?
Okay. Well, I like to think it's good stuff. Maybe our viewers do too. Go check out some of our other stuff. Subscribe to our channel so you can see more of our good stuff. Like on this video, comment down below. Did you actually pick a winner between the two of them? And were you right? We would like to know. As well as going over to Collider and liking it and commenting over there because you've got to support the Schmoedown.
Yeah. And then go check out the Schmoedown Facebook page. Again, feel free to chat with us on there. Interact with people. It's a great place for all the fans and whatnot. And yeah, I think that's going to be it.
I got nothing else to add too. We'll catch you guys in the next video.
Later.
See ya.